Hello everybody and welcome to How Now Mr. G. Today we will be talking about how to write a summary, a typical type of task often waiting for you in English exams. Enjoy! Typically there are three tasks you have in a test scenario. First of all, the summary. In a summary you answer the question, what is the text about? Second, you have an analysis, and in an analysis you simply answer the question, how does the text work and why? Third, we have a comment, and in the comment you simply answer the question, what do you think about a controversial issue? Some sort of question you might have to discuss or simply have an opinion on, and why do you have the opinion you have? So, roughly speaking, you just have to present an opinion and, of course, arguments and reasons why you have that opinion. Easy. Well, the most important thing is don't mix these tasks. Keep them separate and you will do just fine. Let us take a look at what we have to do when writing a summary. A summary answers the question, what is the text about? So what we must do here is we must make a long text short. Well, the question here of course is, how short is short? Well, as a rule of thumb, you might want to remember this. A summary should be a quarter or a third of the original text. So let us suppose we had a text of 600 words to be summarized. Our summary should vary between 150 and 200 words. Fine. Well, how are we going to plan our summary? Here's a little guideline. Because what we're actually trying to do is we are trying to summarize the main ideas of the original text. And the guideline says each main idea is summarized in one or two sentences. So basically, a good summary is just a list of topic sentences, and these topic sentences are connected by linking words. By the way, in your textbooks, you find lots of lists, tables and boxes with words and phrases that help you to improve your English and your writing style. For example, you will find lots of boxes showing linking words. Use them. They are there for a good reason. Okay. Now, how do we find the main ideas? That's of course an important question. First of all, read the text carefully. And then you want to check the structure of the text. Typically, a text is organized in paragraphs. If that is the case, your work is much easier. If not, then you must divide the text into sections or parts or paragraphs yourself and do the work. And, well, what you want to do is you give each paragraph or each text part a keyword that stands for the main idea of the paragraph. And, well, once you've done that, you have the list of the main ideas for the summary you want to write. Okay, well, maybe it's time to look at an example. Let us suppose we want to summarize a speech of an American president. For example, a victory speech right after an election. What the president would do is he would address his voters and of course thank them for their support. And of course he would send out a message to the American people of how he understands the result of that election. For instance, the president could talk about change. He could say something like, I stand for change, you have voted change, and this is the change we need for America. Well, second, the president could talk about his vision of America. And of course, he has to celebrate the values of the American dream. For example, America being the land of opportunity, inalienable rights as they are expressed in the Declaration of Independence, such as life, liberty and the pursuit of happiness, freedom and democracy, equality, different cultures coming together in America in that melting pot that America stands for, patriotism and the idea of the frontier, which is like that America has to be greater, higher, faster and better than all the other nations on our lovely planet. That could be the second big chunk. Third, the president might want to talk about problems. Yes, America has some, but of course he would also talk about actions he wants to take in order to solve these problems, in order to make America great again, so to say. Well, then, finally, the president would finish with an appeal. Somehow he could say something like, well, American people, let's set all differences aside and focus on what we have in common and cooperate and create a vision of optimism together. Well, these could be the four main ideas of the speech. And now what you have to do is you summarize the speech by making that long speech shorter, by summarizing the main ideas. To finish, there are 5 rules you need to follow when writing your summary. Number 1. Start your summary by writing an introductory sentence before you summarize the main ideas. The introductory sentence states the text type, the title, the author, and the topic. Also here you find little language boxes in your textbook. Fine. Number 2. The second one is also very important. Use your own words. Do not copy the text. Do not copy parts of the text, but use your own words and use linking words to connect your ideas. Your own words in order to summarize the text as you understand the text. Then, the third one. Use present tense, which is the simple present and present perfect. Yes, I know some texts, and let's face it, a lot of texts are written in past tense, but still you must use the present tense when you summarize the text, because you write about the text now when you write it. This is why you use the present tense. And well, the fourth one is no details, no examples, no descriptions, and no quotes. This is what you do later on when you write your analysis. And finally, the fifth rule, do not present your own ideas, not your interpretations, and especially not your opinions. This is what you have to do in the comment, also later. Well, when you follow these rules and these guidelines, I hope you will be able to write excellent summaries. Can we do it? I would say so. Yes, we can.